Welcome back, HomeBodies. Thank you so much for coming back for another video. If this is your very first time joining me, my name is Shannon Miss Smith, if you please. And over here at the Home Life, we like to focus on full-time homemaking and part-time business owning. So I thought this video would be really fun to do, because when I started out gardening, I had no clue what I was doing. I kind of just hopped right on in there and figured it out as I went. So today's video is going to be my beginner gardening compilation, if you will, of things that I would suggest you start out with if you plan on gardening this season. All of these items can be found at your local $1.25 store, because it ain't no Dollar Tree no more. But without further ado, let's hop into the video. First things first, this will be my third season gardening. So I had to learn that I needed these two items, okay? Initially, I felt like I could just use Fiskars or regular garden shears, but honestly, you need this. Thank me later. Initially, when I started gardening, I learned about companion planting and rows. I like rows. So the next thing I'm going to suggest is getting some type of twine. This one is from Dollar Tree, and you want to get some, come on Saints, come on. There we go. You want to get some kind of twine in order to line your rows so that you know exactly how much product you're going to need as far as dirt or soil amendments. This is a big help. I wish I would have thought about this before I just started going to Home Depot, Lowe's, and my local small private nurseries, getting some type of tarp to put down in my car, because I was getting fussed out about the amount of dirt that I was tracking just in the car. Like, some stuff I was putting on the seats or the like in the back of my car, on the floor, because it needed to stand straight up so it wouldn't topple over before I got it home. And then sometimes I would go to my local nursery and buy so much stuff and not have any way to protect my car. So get you at least 5 of these blue tarps so that you can cover up your car. I'm not a thug, okay? I need gloves. I cannot stand to have dirt in my nails. I cannot stand to have dirt on my hands. I mean, I don't mind having dirty hands, but just all out, I can't do it. I'm not a thug, okay? You need some gloves. These next two items work in conjunction with one another. In order to start your seeds, you're gonna need some type of pots, and then you're gonna need something to actually put them in. So after your seeds start to sprout, okay, let me back up. Before your seeds start to sprout, you can overwater, but once your seeds do sprout, you need to underwater. So you need something shallow like this to put your pots in, so that you can put the water in here and the plants don't sit in water. You don't need a deep tray. Trust me, you don't need a deep tray. But I measured these out, and about 8 of these pots fit in one of these trays. So it gives you a good quantity to start with. I do highly recommend starting your seeds with the Dollar Tree version before you invest. That way you can kind of get a feel of what to expect before you dive right on in there like I did. Last but not least, what is any of this except if you don't have anything to grow? So I picked up some of the easier crops that I find super easy to sprout and sustain. And let me be honest, I am not a pro. But if I can make these survive, then I did something right, okay? I do like to use the Epsoma starter dirt, the Jiffy starter dirt, and Burpee starter dirt. Pretty much all it is a very finely milled dirt. I do not buy Dollar Trees, okay? And I don't like to go and buy those fancy things. It's not necessary. Honestly, you just need a growing medium to start, and it'll go, okay? It'll work. Clearly, because I'm not a thug, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I bought. So I bought 2 of these yellow beans. These are so easy to freaking sprout, and you just wanna make sure that you're succession planting. So every week you wanna start a new pair of crop. I also bought these green beans. These are called the garden bean. Again, some very easy starter plants. I tried to put about 5 of these in one pot. That way, if all of them don't sprout, then I didn't waste space trying to plant 1 bean in 1 cup. No, I plant 5 and then I separate later. I also picked up some chives. Again, super easy. I picked up some Shasta daisies, some African daisies, some Spanish cayenne pepper. Again, I can get those to sprout, okay? So you remember that. I got another garden bean. I don't know which one this is, but it's there. And then I got 2 snapdragons. A couple more things that I did not include in this that I do want you to think about is having some type of mixing bowl, measuring cup, and watering can. So these were some items that I just did not think about that honestly come in so handy when you're trying to start out, because you need to know how to measure out ingredients in order to amend your soil. Also, if this is your very first time and you're starting from zero, I highly advise against planting so many different varieties of anything, okay? So if you pick tomatoes, green beans, and squash, I do not suggest you planting 3 varieties of green beans, 3 varieties of squash, and then 3 varieties of something else. No. Pick one thing, okay, and grow that one thing. That way you have a full understanding by the time the second season rolls around exactly what your strengths and your weaknesses are. Because my weakness is watering. Point blank period. If I gotta go out there and do it, it ain't getting done, okay? So I'm great at tilling, getting the soil ready, planting. I can never remember to water. So my husband ends up doing that. I did not learn that about myself until the second season though, because the first season was my learning season. The other thing that I want you to really pay very close attention to is what you are wearing outside. My very first 2 seasons, I was outside in sundresses, baby. I was outside in pajamas, my robe. Baby, when I tell you, I was living my best life. And then coming in the house full of hives. So with that being said, don't be smart like your cousin, okay? Don't be smart like me. What you need to do is run on over to Goodwill or Walmart and get you some denim, okay? Get you some boots, something that at least covers your ankles, because you're gonna need the ankle support on that sole. You're gonna need it. Trust me, okay? And then on top of that, you don't want to spend like good money on clothes being outside that you're gonna get dirty. So definitely pay attention to the quality of denim. You want something that's heavy. I know it's the summertime and y'all know this humidity down here in Atlanta don't play. But you definitely need heavier clothes, at least a heavier set of jeans, to ward off any bugs, snakes, all that good jazz. You just never know. And although I am a urban homestead, some of y'all got space, and some of y'all don't treat your yards. Your neighbors don't treat their yards, so you just never know. So be safe, be on the cautious side. Get a heavy denim, get a shoe that is above your ankle, and make sure that you have some type of headgear on so that you don't get any bugs in your hair don't dry up and crisp off like mine did, and you making sure that you're wearing some type of SPF anyway. Wear SPF. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave them down below in the description box. But outside of that, I do have a couple more videos that I do plan to film. Just be on the lookout for them. And know that I love you and there's nothing you can do about it.